I have respect for guys. I have respect for guys' games and what they've done, but at no point in my career will I ever back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk, I shoot, alley-oop, I attack, I make plays my way. I've never tried to make people mad. I've never tried to make people look bad. Sometimes things happen. Life goes on. I dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. That's what people want to see. I will never back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. I will never back down.
Blake Griffin saying it like I want to say it. I'll never back down. He and I've got a lot in common. He's retired. I am too, from some other things, but still going strong, man, right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday. Got a lot to talk about. NBA playoffs have flipped the script. What happened? Denver jumped out to a 2-0. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me fix that. Minnesota jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and all of a sudden things ain't so rosy no more. The Knicks jumped out strong, and now all of a sudden they're in a dogfight. And man, I'm telling you, these NBA playoffs have gotten tight in a couple of the games. Let's look at them. All right, so here's what we got. First of all, big shout out to everybody tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from. Last night, it was the Celtics taking a 3-1 lead over Cleveland. Cleveland looked like they were going to make some noise after stealing a game in Boston, but that didn't last long. Last night, man, it looked like they might pull it out, but Boston came storming back. Jason Tatum, I call him the quiet giant because he just quietly goes out and drops 33. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of fluff, but 33, 11, and 5 for him. 11 for 25 from the field. Not great from 3, 2 for 8, but he got the job done. And then, of course, Jaylen Brown, 27 and 8 and 1. I will never forget when those two dudes were battling with LeBron in the East when he was at Cleveland. I said on one of the message boards, back then they had message boards. Still got a few of them now, Yahoo and places like that. But I said on one of the message boards, those two players are going to be two of the best in the league. And man, I had some random dude from who the hell knows where, like literally come after me, because on those message boards, you had some stupid butt name, kind of like they do on Twitter now. I think Twitter is the new dumb butt message board, thanks to, who, the biggest idiot in the world with the biggest ego in the world. But anyway, I digress. Dude came for me on this message board about how mid Jason Tatum and Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Green are. And I was just like, what the hell, bro? Can you not even see that these dudes have talent on top of talent? Maybe they're not there yet. I think I was putting them in the top 20. He wanted to put them in the top 50. I was like, bro, we are splitting hairs. Like, these dudes are going to be top 10 players before it's all said and done. And don't look now, but that's exactly who they are, both of them. 33, 27. They got 16 from Drew Holiday. Man, Milwaukee messed up. And I know they got Dame Dollar, but Milwaukee messed up when they got rid of Drew Holiday. And again, Doc Rivers didn't do that. The organization did. So, yeah, there we go. Again, Boston held on 109 to 102. Cleveland's got to find some answers. Evan Mobley did his thing with 19 and 9. Karis LeVert had his day, 19 and 5. They got 15 from Strus and 30 from Garland, but they are struggling without Donovan Mitchell. That dude is a playmaker, and he makes plays for other players, and those guys are not easy to replace. So right now, it is win or go home for Cleveland in their next game, which will be Friday. Be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night in Boston. If Cleveland doesn't win, it's over. Cleveland doesn't win, it's over. So there we go. The East is right now looking like Boston, and I'll hold that thought. Got to take a quick break. I'll come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, right back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Be sure to check out the Queen 3 and King podcast tonight, 7 o'clock, live on Roku, plus on all your local streaming networks. I was asked to be on the show, couldn't do it tonight, but man, I'm telling you, they got a hot one for you. So be sure and check out the Queens and the King 1.0, King Dog. It's going to be a great show. All right. So I was just talking about the NBA playoffs. I was talking about the Celtics and the Cavaliers. Celtics up 3-1. Man, folks just don't know how close the Mavericks were to going up 3-1 on OKC. But OKC came storming back last night to pull off a 100-96 win on the road in Dallas, beat the Mavs. And, man, I got to give love to Shea. Shea G got it done last night, man. Big night for him. 34 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 14 from 27. He should have gotten more love in the MVP voting, but, man, everybody is enamored with the Joker, and it's cool. I get it. But, man, every now and then the game ought to be there just ought to be more love to more people. I like Shea G. He should have gotten it to me. Definitely their coach should be coach of the year and is. But Shea G, 34, 8 and 5. They got 18 from Holmgren. They got 17 from Lou Dort. And Dort had played big down the stretch. And then, of course, Williams, 14, 9, and 6. That dude is all right with me. That dude is all right with me. And then they got 12 off the bench from Wiggins and Wallace. So they got the win. Over on the other side, man, I feel like it's a mass unit over there in Dallas. Luka looks so just out of it, like he's hurting. He's trying to press. And I mean it when I talk about body language, when things don't go their way, Luka is the gold medal winner. bad body language when things don't go your way. And I'm not saying that there's problems in the locker room or that other guys don't like it or whatever. I don't like it. And I know it don't matter, but I don't like it. It's like, bruh, everything don't have to be a problem. And Luka looks like it's all a problem. He finished with 18, 12, and 10, an ugly triple-double, 6 for 20 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. It was ugly. Then they got 21 and 12 from P.J. Washington, who has been balling this series. They got 17 from Jones, 10 from Gafford. Off the bench, they got 7 from Lively the second. And again, Dallas just fell apart down the stretch. OKC imposed their will down the stretch and pulled out a win that Dallas had locked up. Jason Kidd, I know All Mad wants to get Jason Kidd run out of town. He's got to fix that defense down the stretch. Got to fix that nice rotation. He kind of pulled a couple of things out of the bag and got a nice little rotation going, but they've got to figure it out down the stretch. So again, that's one Dallas should have had in the dub column. They do not. Let me go back to Sunday's game. Sunday, it was the Pacers pulling one out, 121-89, all over the Knicks. That series is tied at 2 each. And then the Nuggets drew even with the Timberwolves, 115-107. And again, it looked like Minnesota was going to run away with that series. And that's why I tell people all the time, don't get too high when a team goes up to it. I know all the stats that are out there, this, that, and the other. But when you got teams that are in this stage of the playoffs, any one of them is capable of anything. All the series right now are 2-2, except for the Celtics and the Cavaliers. That should tell you something about how this is going. So, again, I just think that this is going to be an interesting next couple of days. I feel like Boston's going to wrap it up, but either one of those other series can go either different direction. I think Dallas might be in trouble if Luka is really as bad health-wise as he's looking like he is. And I think it's frustrating him. I think it's frustrating his ability to make plays. Kyrie had a very tough night last night. So, again, I think that they might be the ones in trouble in their series, but everybody else is a toss-up, including Denver. If y'all think that Minnesota is done after losing 2 straight to the defending NBA champs, you got another thing coming, man. That Minnesota squad is for real, and a lot of those guys are seasoned, and a lot of those guys are too young that they know that they're supposed to lose to Denver. So anyway, let me take another break. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break. Hey, Donna Holman. What's up, sis? You know I love you.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Let's Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole All Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Y'all be sure to check my girl out, Laura Williams, over there at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. If you live out of state, let me tell you something, she can still work with you. So give her a call and let her know AJ here on the lunch break sent you. All right. I can't believe what I'm about to talk about next, but hey, got to get it in. The WNBA actually starts tonight. That's right. Real games tonight. Caitlin Clark will get her first take of live action tonight, and she will be doing that on the road. They will be taking on the Connecticut Sun tonight, so we'll see how that goes for them. That game will tip off at 6:30 our time. That's Central Time, and you can catch it on ESPN 2, on ESPN 2. In fact, all of the games tonight will be on some form of the mothership. The Liberty and the Mystics will tip off at 6. Again, the Fever and the Sun at 6:30. The Mercury and the Aces, that's probably where I'm going to be putting my attention on, at 9. And the Lynx and the Storm will be at 9 as well. Again, all of those games you can check out on some form of the mothership. All right, so let me give you quick power rankings because everybody's talking about Caitlin Clark. Her being on the Indiana Fever does not make them number one. And I know a lot of people just, we're hating on her. It's just facts, y'all. It's just facts. Let me give you the power rankings. I'm not going to put them up. I'll just read them off. Top 10 for you. Number 1 will be the Las Vegas Aces. They won last year. They lost who? How many players did they lose? Yeah, right. They're going to be number 1 again. Number 2, the New York Liberty. They got, embarrassed in last year's WNBA Finals. And again, though, still good team, just not as good as the Aces. Seattle Storm with quite a few additions to the team. In fact, one of the Aguimike sisters is up there now. They are number 3. Number 4, you got the Connecticut Sun, and I've got them over Caitlin Clark and the Fever tonight. At number 5, you got the Phoenix Mercury. Brittany Griner is going to be out. She's got a broken bone in her foot. I think it's a toe. She's going to miss a little bit of the start of the season. Minnesota Lynx are at number 6. Dallas Wings at number 7. At number 8, you got the Atlanta Dream. Number 9, Caitlin Clark, Nim, Alicia Boston, and them. We'll see what's up with them. And then at number 10, you got the LA Sparks. That's kind of subjective. You can flip either one of those two. Just going to round it out because I only got 12 teams. At number 11, you got Washington and Chicago Sky at number 12. But I think Chicago is going to be a little bit better, especially when they get the big girl, Camila Cardoso, back. So there you go. Here we go. I knew he was coming. All Matt said defense. That's called coaching, Pastor AJ. I dropped the pastor and we good. I know, man. The defense did get figured out down the stretch when it mattered the most. I will give you that, but he has coached very well. You see, they locked him up so that he didn't go over there to the Lakers. And let me talk about the Lakers situation right now real quick before I go. Everybody's talking about Bronny James possibly getting drafted by the LA Lakers. Let me just say this to you real quick. Don't get caught up in the hype. If you can name the 12th player on any team right now, the 12th player, not number 1, not number 2, not number 3, not number 4, number 5, not the 6th man or the 7th man, but if you go all the way down to 12th on all 30 teams, you'll catch my point. There are several players down at the bottom of the roster that I call the forgotten millionaires. They're still millionaires. They play little to none at all. Some of them don't even get in the game when it's the last 30 seconds. And if you tell me that the Lakers or another team should not draft Bronny James somewhere 12, 13, 14, 15 because he's going to take a roster spot from some other deserving NBA player. I'm going to tell you, you get caught by the hype. You're getting caught by the hype. You're getting caught by the name the 12th player for the Denver Nuggets. Name the 12th player for the Boston Celtics or the LA Lakers. Name them. I'm telling you now, Bronny James getting on the LA Lakers for the Lakers to keep LeBron or because they think they can develop him into a great player is not a bad move. That's called business. And they're standing on it. And if they're smart, they'll do it. If they don't, somebody else will, especially if LeBron opts out of his contract. Hate him, love him, whatever you want to say, it's business. And it's going to happen. And it should happen. It should happen. Thank you, Donna. Sis, I love you and I appreciate you for your service. Yeah, I'm glad Asia got her shoe deal called the A1s. Hey, listen, man, after all I've seen from college this past year and the year before, and now what went on in the WNBA draft and the preseason and everything like that, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is when it comes to people like Asia Wilson and others. All right? All right. Let's talk a little football before I go. Let's talk a little football. Mini camps, training camps, non-mandatory training camps going on right now with some of the rooks. And a lot of them are saying that that some of these guys are looking really, really well. Looking really, really well. I am excited about it. I am excited about a few teams. I'm just calling a couple of names. These are not my end-all, be-alls. I think there are a couple of teams that did themselves very well. I think they're going to be a problem this season. Pittsburgh is one of them. I'm not done with my preseason list. I'll probably have it for you by next week. But I've got the Steelers being a surprise in the AFC. In the NFC, I'm going to tell you now, they were no fluke. And if what they put together in the offseason and the draft pans out and everybody stays healthy, let me tell you something. Detroit ain't no joke. They are not a fluke. In fact, two teams to look for in that division. Detroit, watch this, and Green Bay. Yes, I said it. Green Bay shocked everybody by making the playoffs last year. And not only did they make the playoffs, they won a whole playoff game. Two teams in that division to watch out for. 49ers are going to be strong, I believe. I think the Raiders are going to be trash again. I don't know what's happening in New Orleans. I still, as a fan, am like so uncertain about the Saints. I think that division is going to go to a team not named Tampa Bay. And that's saying a lot. And that's not hate for Baker Mayfield. I just feel like it's a league where they copycat and they catch up. And for some reason, I don't think Tampa Bay distanced themselves enough from everybody else in the offseason and in the draft. I'm telling you, I feel like somebody's going to catch Tampa Bay. And I'll tell you a team that can do it if their quarterback that they invested in stays healthy. And I'm no fan of them. The Atlanta Falcons can do it. The Atlanta Falcons can knock off Tampa Bay. New Orleans can do it. I think Carolina's still a ways out. So there's your three teams, Tampa, Atlanta, New Orleans for the NFC South. AFC South is going to be a bloodbath. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be the black and blue division of the South. I think Tennessee, I think Jacksonville, I think the Colts, and I know the Texans are going to be hitting it hard and ready to go. I think as much as the quarterbacks shine in the AFC South, you're going to see some defensive players make their names in the AFC South like never before. Be careful with what Houston put together in this offseason. I'm just going to tell you that. Be careful with what Houston put together in the offseason, and be careful with them being led by none other than a defensive guru and D'Amico Ryans. I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. I don't think the Bears have crossed over yet. I don't see them having a winning season. But anyway, I'll put all that together when I do my preseason division rankings. I'm not going to just do conference. I'm going to just do division rankings for each one of the divisions. And I'll have that for you guys for next week. We'll do it for next Talk Your Team Tuesday, and we'll get ready to rock that out. Al High, what's up, brother? What's going on? You already know I got Kansas City heading back to the bowl. And I think they're going to do what nobody has done in a long, long time. That right there. All right, listen, I got to get ready to roll. I hope you have all enjoyed Talk Your Team Tuesday. Lord say the same. I'll be back for Winning Wednesday, and we'll see. We'll see. Cleveland, Cleveland, LeBron and Cleveland with his son. I hope they don't give Dan Gilbert that honor. I just do. I don't think he deserves it. The fans of Cleveland do, but I just hope he doesn't do that there. I think they would be great doing that in LA. All right, let me get out of here. Y'all have a great one. We'll talk to you on the flip side of this thing tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it, except tune in tomorrow for Winning Wednesday.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. Number 1, 2 years ago today, a mass shooting took place at Tops Friendly Market in a black neighborhood in Buffalo, New York, where 10 black people were killed. The 18-year-old white supremacist pleaded guilty to 10 counts of murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, and domestic terrorism motivated by hate. In January, federal prosecutors announced they will pursue the death penalty against the now 20-year-old Peyton Gendron. Number 2, Richard Slayman, the first person to receive a genetically modified pig kidney transplant, died after nearly 2 months. The surgery was a landmark in xenotransplantation, but Slayman's death is a reminder of the challenges in using animal organs in humans. With over 100,000 people currently on the national waiting list for organ donations, the need for innovative approaches to transplantation is urgent. Number 3, what happens when you hit a high blood pressure plateau? You've made lifestyle changes, you're taking a diuretic and at least 3 other blood pressure medicines, yet your blood pressure still is not budging. This is called resistant hypertension. Simply put, it means that your high blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is hard to treat and may also have an underlying or secondary cause. Read more about the possible causes of resistant hypertension in today's health update. Number 4, Jack Lee, a TikTok user known as Mr. White by his students, is a black male teacher at a middle school who utilizes his TikTok page to show his positive interactions with students. Controversy entered the chat when White live-streamed a video of female students taking down his hair. He received several negative comments. White posted another video May 11th stating he was fired from his job and he took the time to read supportive emails from his students while fighting back tears. Number 5, investing in real estate through a self-directed IRA offers significant tax advantages often overlooked. Real estate investments within an IRA accumulate wealth without intermediate tax burdens, enhancing growth. Our celebrity CPA to the stars, Katrina M. Kraft, has more information on this type of investment in today's newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Acknowledging the good in your life is an act of gratitude to God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams, contributor Cameron Riley, and producer Ahmed Gordon as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.